We're gonna consider that a blooper. We are live, baby. We are live, live and direct, live and direct, live and direct, live and direct. It's your boy, always real, never fake. Alex Rawtech is in the building. All right, so you guys are gonna hear clapping twice. I want to apologize because yesterday I thought you guys couldn't hear Snee's video when we were talking about U.S. Mobile and the bad experience he's having with U.S. Mobile, and I accidentally talked over the video. I had a feeling that I should have grabbed one of my phones and listened to the live stream on one of my phones so I can see that you guys are hearing videos when I play them, on screen sharing. Now I know not to look dumb next time, okay? But anyway, let's talk about T-Mobile 5G home internet. I got the new router activated, working great. I was able to change the password. So we know for a fact that the first brand new one they sent me was defective. The second one is working awesomely. The thing about the NC Go 5G router, the light turns completely off and it does not show you any type of connection. Like I guess that's how they designed it. You know how the old ones that look like the little garbage can, they used to keep the light on and it would say T-Mobile, home internet, whatever the case may be. The NC Go doesn't do that. Like the light is dimmed out. The only time it turns on is when it's doing a reset or updating the software. So the NC Go is way different to the other routers that I've seen online for T-Mobile home internet. So that being said, the NC Go, the new one is working good so far. You know what I'm saying? It is working good so far. So it did give out on me. I am gonna ask T-Mobile Business for a discount on the bill because next month, this come following month in February, I'm gonna have to pay for the internet. It was the first month for free, so I'm not gonna get charged to it for it till February instead of January. The January bill I didn't have to pay for. So I'm gonna ask them for a discount because the NC Go router did go out and I was 2 days without service. So they gotta give me that 2 day credit of me not having service. But anyway, the new NC Go router, I'm able to go into it, change the name, do this, do that, do all the things I couldn't do on the other one that was not working. But I was gonna ask T-Mobile tech support why the NC Go doesn't show like T-Mobile like the other ones. Like the little display only works to show you that it's connected to the tower and then it just dims out and it doesn't show it anymore. I don't know if that's to preserve, you know, uh electricity in your house. I'm guessing that's what it's for. I'm assuming that's what it's for. They sent me the new one. I had good thing I called T-Mobile tech support for business tech support, home internet tech support, because I would have sent the chip with the old one back to T-Mobile because I gotta send that one back because that's $350. And I'm not trying to pay for a box that's messed up. So anyway, I took out the SIM card out of that one, the nano SIM. I put it on the new one. The new one didn't come with nothing but just the plain box because of course I already got the charger. I guess I keep the charger and I kept the SIM card and I'm just sending the other one without nothing. So I already packaged it up. I'm gonna call my cousin tomorrow to see when he can take me to UPS because I chose the UPS drop off. And I'm gonna take it to the UPS store and it's already packaged up. They're gonna give me a receipt and T-Mobile's gonna get their defective NC Go box back because now they sent me one that is actually working. So I'm happy that it's working. I'm getting symmetrical speeds. I'm getting 78 over 75 and stuff like that right now. We know it is peak times. So that's why, the speeds are now faster. But I will make a video on it around 12 a.m., maybe 1 a.m. my time, Eastern Standard Time, to show you guys the difference of when people sleeping to compared to when people are not sleeping. So right now, am I using the computer on T-Mobile? No, I'm using it on fiber. Okay. So the thing about the NCGO and the T-Mobile Business Home Internet, the threshold that you get before they slow you down is 1.2 terabytes. So technically, you're paying $70 for 1.2 terabytes. We do got to remember this is home internet. This is not uh fiber or coax or nothing like that where they could offer, maybe 5 to 6 terabytes. This is T-Mobile home internet. So you're limited to 1.2 terabytes, basically. So basically 1200 gigs. Instead of just 1000, 1200. 1.2 terabytes is 1200 gigs. Okay. To be precise, to be technical with it. So the new router is working great. It let me change the password. It recognized the app. The app recognized it. So I'm happy. I wanted a working router. So maybe tomorrow's live stream, I'll do it on the T-Mobile home internet. Right now, I was rushing. I made a video for the Alex Raw audio channel. I got a new, like I told you guys, I got a new little speaker. So, I wanted to make the video because the last time I put a video on the channel was like 13 days ago. So I feel like I'm neglecting the Alex Raw audio channel. And I have a lot of engagement over there. So I decided to make a video, and that's why I'm making this live stream so late. Well, I used to go live even later at 10 o'clock at night sometimes. So this is not that late. But like I said, right now this live stream is on my Verizon files. This is running on Verizon files. So, they sent me the router, it's working, I'm happy, and ultimately that's what matters. That I get working service. That's what matters. What's up, Alex? Let's talk about oh my god, bro. You love trash talking US mobile. Oh man. I mean, it is the truth, though. What I mean, U.S. Mobile is trash. Let's be honest. If you want to come on to the real Dark Star Network, come over to Cricket. My affiliate link is in my community tab. You guys could find the affiliate link right there to sign up for the real Dark Star Network, which is Cricket. But yeah, I don't want to drag on too much with T-Mobile Home Internet. I just wanted to let you guys know. That's why the live stream is not just called T-Mobile Home Internet. It's called Real Raw Talk Mobile and Tech and T-Mobile 5G UC Home Internet. So they got the issue fixed. The new router, the new NC router is working great. So we're Gucci. Now we can talk about other things. Yeah, Jesus. But I went in on US Mobile the other day. You know what I'm saying? I even showed you guys the video of Sneed, the problems he titled his video. I'm in prison, US Mobile prison, data prison, because they're not letting him go any faster. So guys, like I said, you're better off getting Cricket. US Mobile's Dark Star network plan is not what it used to be. If you're grandfathered into it, like the person that was commenting yesterday, then that's good because you're going to get great speeds. You're grandfathered into that truly unlimited plan. But new customers, don't port in your number just to get a 12 months discount of $9. That would be dumb. For that, you might as well go to Visible, and you don't even have to port in a number with Visible, and you get a discount for 26 months. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to be on the real Dark Star network, then you go to Cricket. And that's the honest to God truth. You go with Cricket. Cricket is working great for me. And like I said, and Cricket is gonna drop down exclusive for you guys. Okay. You guys know that I get you exclusives. Cricket is going to be down, um, bringing down the price of the iPhone 16e to 29.99. They're gonna drop it by $30. And then the freaking 13 is gonna be like 20 bucks. Because you know who's gonna take that $50 category? The iPhone 15. Cricket is going to be offering the iPhone 15 for $49.99 with a port in store only. Want to make this clear. In store only, you get the Supreme plan and you get the iPhone 15 for $49.99. I don't know a specific date when it's coming out, but as soon as I get that date, I will be able, guys, to inform you guys when is the iPhone 15 for Cricket going to be $49.99 with a port. So you tell me if Cricket is not being competitive. Hell yeah. An iPhone 15 for $49.99 with a port in? I'll take that. Give me that, please. I'll take that. because a lot of people are not into the 16E because of the one camera. Every Hispanic customer that I see that goes into the cricket store are like, "Oh man, one camera, this sucks." The only ones that don't care that the 16E has one camera are basically the Puerto Ricans and the blacks and the whites. But everybody else that's from Central America and South America, they care that the 16E doesn't have two cameras. Everybody that would from Mexicans to Guatemalans to Salvadorians to Ecuadorians to what's the other country? Ecuadorian. They all cared that the iPhone 16 only had one camera. Man, if I would have had two cameras, I would have bought it. So I think that that should be a suggestion to Apple. If you guys this year decide to come out with an 18E, then it would be awesome because you guys will be creating, every other year a phone because that one is the 16E, the 17 Pro already came out last year, and this year is going to be the 18 Pro. So it would be nice to see a 18E with two cameras because most Hispanics care about having two cameras, and you guys want to cater to everybody in the United States, not just a certain demographic. So right now, like I said, the only ones that don't care about the 16E having one camera is the Puerto Ricans, the blacks, and the whites. The other Hispanic races, like I said, Mexican, Guatemalan, Peruvian, freaking every other race that's Hispanic cares about the phone having one camera. You know what I'm saying? So I think that, and also, um, John Prosser reported. He's the Apple leaker. He showed that uh the new Air, I guess we call it the iPhone Air 2. Yeah, the iPhone Air 2. That's not the name of it, but that's what I'm calling it. The iPhone Air 2 is going to have two cameras, and it's going to be a little bit thicker because it's going to have a bigger battery. Because people were complaining about battery life, and people were complaining also about one camera on the Air. So now the Air of this year of 2026 is going to have two cameras, not one, two, because people were calling the other one dumpster fire trash. Not my words, other people. Okay. I don't care about the second camera, and I'm Puerto Rican, laughing my ass off. You're right. I know, me neither. Me neither. I don't care about the phone. Bro, I had so many iPhones with one camera. People forget that shit. When the iPhone first came out, what they had? One camera. The phone didn't have three cameras. No, two cameras, as a matter of fact, all the way to the iPhone 10. Remember, the iPhone 8, one camera. iPhone 7, one camera. The 7 Plus, I think, had two cameras. But I'm talking, well, I guess, man. I guess I would have to ask Google because I can't even remember right. Let me ask Gemini. That's why I can't wait for Siri to be powered by Gemini because Gemini is so freaking smart. I'm about to ask Gemini what was the first iPhone with two cameras? Gemini, what was the first iPhone with two cameras?
The first iPhone with two cameras was the iPhone 7 Plus, which was released in 2016. It had a dual camera system on the back.
That's what I thought. Thank you. So see, I was right. The 7 Plus. The 7 Plus was the first iPhone to have two cameras. Other than that, we had one camera. So that's why it doesn't bother me. And it doesn't bother Puerto Ricans, blacks, or whites. But every other Hispanic culture has an issue with it. They call it dumpster fire trash because it doesn't have two cameras, which to me doesn't make any sense. The iPhone began with one camera. You had to get the 17, the 7 Plus to get two cameras. And most people don't like big, bulky phones. You know what I'm saying? They don't. To me, the 17 Pro at 6.3 inches is a sweet spot. And if they go any bigger, I would say the were to stop for the Pro version, the regular Pro version, and I would say 6.4. 6.4 is big enough, is a big enough screen, is perfect right there. You stop Apple, you don't do anymore. You know what I'm saying? That's big enough. Big enough. So you know um that's why Cricket caters to a lot of South and Central American people. Of course, they got unlimited calls to freaking Mexico. So they want to cater to the Mexican community. So by them hearing the backlash that they're having on the 16E, how Hispanics like Mexicans and them don't want that phone, they're going to put the 15 at 49.99 sometime this year. Don't quote me when because they didn't even know when. They just know it's coming up. Corporate made that decision. AT&T made that decision with Cricket to cater to Mexicans and other races besides Puerto Ricans, whites, and blacks that want two cameras on their phone for 49.99. So that's why they're gonna do it, and they're gonna do it for freaking on the iPhone 15, which I think is still a good buy. Let's be honest. An iPhone 15. People are still buying the 13 because it has two cameras. It is 29.99. They're like, yeah, man, I'd rather get the 13 because it has two cameras. People care about two cameras. I don't really care. I told you guys I was gonna get the Air instead of getting the 17 Pro. But when I seen, Flossie Carter telling the truth that the battery life sucks, that you gotta buy all these extra accessories, battery pack, and then the battery life was meh, and the fact that it didn't have surround sound that killed that phone too, because you only got one bottom fire speaker is down here. This doesn't work as a secondary speaker. So I'm like, oh hell no! Even the Moto G that only costs $140 without outright has surround sound, and I'm gonna spend 1,500 on a phone that doesn't have surround sound and only have no. I'm get you. That turned me off. Now the thing is, what's up? What's up? What's up? Tim. The thing is that I'm not gonna pick the Air 2 over the 18 Pro because the 18 Pro is going to be the first iPhone to have that technology for 5G on Starlink. And I know you guys are wondering how is what's his name? Elon Musk getting 5G on Starlink. Easy. Remember when I told you guys that Boost sold all their assets to AT&T and Elon Musk? Well, guess what? That band, that 5G band that they sold Elon Musk works with the satellite. So it works with Starlink. So Starlink is going to be the first company to provide 5G in outer space. And guess who has a contract with Elon Musk? T-Mobile. So who's going to be the first company to have the iPhone 18 run 18 Pro and 18, the 18 series running on 5G over satellite? T-Mobile. So are you going to have to worry about your apps? No, you're going to have 5G. So you're going to get fast internet in the middle of the desert, in the middle of the ocean, wherever the hell you're at. So guess what? When that comes to fruition, that's supposed to be done maybe by the end of this year, going into 2027. I am gonna pay that extra $10 to T-Mobile on my business account and get the T satellite, because T satellite is gonna get access automatically to that 5G. Okay, just to let you know. So T-Mobile is gonna be the first one. AT&T. Steve reported that AT&T was gonna do it, but Elon Musk beat him at it. AT&T doesn't have more money than Elon Musk. Elon Musk is worth more than AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon put together. So when you have that type of money, you can do whatever the hell your heart desires. So if you want to put 5G in the middle of the moon, you can go to the moon and put 5G for no reason just because you want to. That's how much money Elon Musk has, okay? The guy is a multi-billionaire, would it be? Okay? So he's going to deploy the bandwidth that he got from Boost Mobile to the satellite. So the satellite is going to have 5G. Starlink is going to be the first brand of satellite to give you 5G access over satellite. And the 18 family, the iPhone 18 family, is going to be the first lineup of phones to actually support that. So is Samsung? No, sorry, your little Samsung S26. is not going to support it. Is not going to support it. You know, Tim Cook, before he left, he said, hold on, we need to talk to Elon Musk. And that's really what happened. And Elon Musk, yeah, said, put this band on your phone because this band is going to connect with this band of 5G that I got from Boost Mobile. And it's all going to intertwine together and it's going to be great. So Samsung didn't talk to Elon Musk. So yeah, your Android is not going to pick up 5G over satellite. So as much as you hate Apple, sorry, Apple's actually doing something for the fourth time that's that Android didn't do. Who was the first? What was the first phone to come out with eSIM? The iPhone. The iPhone was the first one. Apple was the one that progressed and got into eSIM. And what the Android phones do, they adopted to it, right? Apple was the first company to come out with a fingerprint reader. The first phone ever to come without fingerprint reader was Apple. The first phone to have an intelligence, even though now Google's the king of that. Okay, let's call a spade what it is. Google's the king with Gemini. It was the iPhone 4S and it was Apple. That was a patent that Samsung owned that they gave to Apple. So Siri would have belonged to Samsung, but they sold it to Apple. So Apple was the first one with a fingerprint reader. Apple was the first one to have an intelligence that would text people and set reminders and all that. And now Apple's going to be the first one. Well, and Apple were the first one to have actually satellite SOS connection to your phone. That was Apple. So that's number four. And now number five, the best one, Apple's going to be the first company to have satellite connect with 5G with Elon Musk's Starlink. So you're hearing it here first, okay? On a live stream from your boy. So I think this is awesome. I really do think this is awesome. Well, I can't say you're hearing it here first because John Prosser talked about it, and the video probably has over 1 million views. But I'm saying, like, besides John Prosser, that's the one that broke the news. You're hearing it from me. You know what I'm saying? You're hearing it from me, so I can't say you're hearing it here first. You know what I'm saying? Because I love his content. I'm subscribed to his channel. I watch all his videos, and he knows what he's talking about. He really does. Because when I talk to Team Mobile, like I said, I got my little connections, and I talked to Team Mobile, and they was like, "Yeah, you already know the information, so why would I lie to you?" You know what I'm saying? I understand if you were asking me something that I'm not allowed to tell you, but you already know. So yeah, yep, yep. T-Mobile's T satellite is gonna connect with the 5G from Starlink when it comes out. You're 100% right. And your iPhone 18 Pro or 18 will connect to that 5G through satellite. So yeah, so there you go. T-Mobile being the first company to connect to 5G over satellite. That's gonna be freaking amazing. I can't wait. I'm serious. I can't wait. I cannot wait. You got your home internet fixed? Yeah, I got the new router, broski. It's working great. I was able to change the password on it. I was able to do all these things that I wanted to do with the old one, but the old one was really shit show. Like my boy Carlos says, my brother from another mother, Carlos S Tech. It was a real shit show. I should have known it was messed up because at first it wouldn't do basic things that it needed to do, like give me access through the app and blah blah and da da da. It wouldn't do none of that. None of that, none of that, none of that, none of that. And this one is working great. It's working with flying colors, to be precise. It's working really good. So I'm happy. Like I said, as long as the service works, I'm happy. And the service is working right now. I'll show you guys a speed test on the T-Mobile home internet. Dude, let me lower down my brightness so you guys can see this really good. So this is the T-Mobile home internet. Home internet. T-Mobile home internet. So of course right now it's peak times. and the uploads are faster than the downloads. So we're getting 44. Hold on, dimmed down all the way. We're getting 44 down and 69.2 up. So let's do another one. The Team Mobile Home Internet, baby. So, like I said, right now it's peak times. Come on, stupid. I hate that it dims out. There we go. So this time we got 45.5 over 48.9. So you see, it's giving me like symmetrical speeds on the T Mobile Home Internet. But yeah, so I got it fixed, guys. I got it fixed. I got the T Mobile Home Internet fixed. But like I was said, T Mobile's going to be the first company to actually have 5G over satellite. So T Satellite is going to have 5G because of Elon Musk and Boost Mobile's deal. I was wondering what the hell Elon Musk wanted 5G for. Why was he buying this spectrum from Boost Mobile? But now I see what he bought it for, to put it on satellite. So his Starlink is going to be the first, internet provider that I'm aware of that's going to have 5G. So I think that is really awesome, guys. And don't forget to smash that like button. It really helps out the live stream. It shares it to more people. It lets more people know that I'm live streaming. Seriously, because the algorithm doesn't like spamming people, so it doesn't shoot it out. So sometimes liking the live stream does help it out a lot. It really does, especially when you're learning something new. Because I know a lot of people. I don't know if a lot of people that watch me watch John Prosser. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the iPhone 18 family is going to be running on 5G over satellite. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's awesome, like the Miss likes to say. Awesome. hmm So I can't wait. It's gonna make me feel weird because the camera is gonna be moved to the left, and then it's gonna be under display. What you call that? It's gonna be under display. Oh my god, what is it called? Um, the dynamic island is gonna be under display, so it's gonna look weird to me at first, but it's alright. Hold on, guys. I gotta dispute something with Google. I'm definitely gonna dispute this. Give me a second, guys. I gotta dispute something with Google. I hate having to do this. This is non-copyrighted music I'm playing on my video during the whole 32 minutes is non-copyrighted music. I even show on the video the music that I'm playing. The video says non-copyrighted music. I hate having to do this, guys, but I gotta do it because sometimes YouTube forgets that some music, especially the music that I play on my speaker channel on the Alex Raw Audio channel, is non-copyrighted music, and then they want to hit me with like a not a real copy strike, but copy claim, blah blah blah. That the day that I get monetized on that channel, I won't be able to get money. They won't play no ads on that video because they'll say, "Oh, this is my." It's non-copyrighted music. But back to what I was saying, T-Mobile is gonna boast a lot. When Starlinks gets that 5G, you know what I'm saying? And next year, we'll see if Samsung will even think about, running on 5G over satellite. I don't know how Samsung feels about Elon Musk, so I don't know how that's gonna work out. So you know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's gonna persuade Android users to switch over to Apple. You never know. I can't speak for people. You never know. They might actually do it. This iPhone 18 and 18 Pro and 18 Pro Max will connect to Starlink 5G. Yes, sir. Definitely will. It has the technology to connect to it. Oh man, here, take my Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, trading it in. You know what I'm saying? So it all depends what you care about. I care about having service in the middle of nowhere because in a lot, especially when you're traveling, up North Pennsylvania, like going from basically going through Pennsylvania to Ohio, T-Mobile has a couple of blind spots. And with that, that would be perfect because it would just pick up the satellite. It wouldn't say no service or say SOS. It would pick up T satellite and 5G. It would probably say T satellite 5G. And you would be Gucci. You wouldn't have no more blind spot with T-Mobile. So when T-Mobile gets that done, it's game over. I gotta be honest. It's game over for Verizon. It's game over for AT&T. When they get that done and fully functional, Starlink 5G working, and T-Mobile adds it to T-Life, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You might as well T-Mobile is it has the most coverage in the United States because they will. You could be in the middle of the Arizona desert and you'll be picking up satellite, and you know that's true. You could be anywhere in the world and you would pick up satellite. You could be in Guatemala and not have to worry about roaming charges or any of that BS because guess what? You're on T satellite with 5G all the way in freaking Guatemala, all the way in Dominican Republic. T-Mobile gets great service in Puerto Rico, where I'm from, in Rio Grande. But, you know, T satellite will help it when you go like in some places like where there's a lot of vegetation and it's hard for the towers to penetrate. The satellite is gonna go right through and be like, there you go, 5G stamp, baby, and that's just facts. Alex, if I got Starlink, why pay for T-Mobile? What you mean? I don't get it, bro. Because I'm gonna tell you why. Um, Elon Musk doesn't have his own cell phone company. Okay, so you're not gonna pick up that Starlink 5G on your phone unless you have an iPhone 18 or 18 Pro. That's another major fact. So I don't know. Most likely, if you are a Starlink customer, he'll probably charge you extra to have it on your phone and pick up that 5G service, anywhere you go. But what T-Mobile's guaranteed because T-Mobile and Elon Musk already have a contract. You get what I'm saying? So me as a T-Mobile business customer, I just pay $10 more and I would get access to that Starlink 5G, which is worth it because it would be unlimited data on satellite for extra $10 a month. So I wouldn't just be texting like right now. All this supports just texting and soft web browsing. After that 5G gets deployed on them Starlink, satellite towers. I'm going to call them satellite towers because that's what they really are. Their satellite is like a tower in outer space. You know what I'm saying? That satellite tower, then it's going to work great. It's going to work great, 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 great. Is that not Starlink Spectrum? Not T-Mobile? Is that not Starlink Spectrum? Yeah, it is Starlink Spectrum, bro. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is that not every phone is going to support Starlink 5G. The only phone right now, as we know, as it stands, that's going to support 5G from Starlink is the iPhone. Is the iPhone. So if you don't own an iPhone 18 or iPhone 18 Pro, you will not be able to connect to Starlink 5G. You know what I'm saying? So it's amazing technology, and I just can't wait. Starlink is better than fiber for one reason. No, I don't think. Listen, I don't think it's gonna be fast enough to replace fiber. I don't think that. I don't think that at all, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because me living in the city, why would I want Starlink internet? Starlink internet is for people that live in rural areas that they don't have Comcast, they don't have Files, they don't have Cox, they don't have Spectrum, they don't have no type of internet. You know what I'm saying? The only internet they can get is over satellite. Fiber isn't as fast as. Hold on. Fiber is not as fast from the US to Starlink. It's faster. Nah, not from what I heard, bro. I know plenty of other YouTubers that have Starlink, and their internet is not faster than my files, bro. Files hardwired is freaking 980 over 960. So 980 megs over 960 megs. That's what it is, hardwired. Yeah, it will be best for rural areas. Correct, bro. Correct. It'll be definitely be good for rural areas. But we could do a speed test right now on my files. I know, no, ain't nothing but a thing. Speed test. I don't like using Ookla because I don't got time to be calling, and getting my IP address changed. Because the last time I had to call Verizon, I was like, oh, I'm a YouTuber. That's why I need it. Oh, okay, okay, okay. You leaked it by mistake. Yeah. So you go 285.2 over 183.4, and I'm downstairs, and the router's upstairs. If I take the computer upstairs, then of course I'm going to get faster speeds because I'm going to be closer to the router. So, you know, I don't think Starlink gives you these type of speeds because as far as I know, Starlinks was giving people in Nevada and in California like 80 megs down to 100 and like 25 up. Nothing like this. You know, you can never compare, fiber to anything else. Fiber is amazing. Fiber is definitely amazing. See, 300 over 181. You know what I'm saying? So fiber is where it's at. So I wouldn't leave, Verizon files for nobody. Well, yeah, my pings are really low with fiber. My pings be like 8. I get really low latency with fiber. Huh? I'll show you on my other phone. My latency is really low because right now this one is connected to, let me see, files, right? Yeah, files. And this is the 2 gigahertz band right here. I'm gonna lower down the brightness so you can see. This is not the 5 gigahertz band which I'm currently live streaming on. So you got to take that into consideration too that I'm live streaming. So here we go. This is the 2.4. The 2.4. And right now they're streaming on this downstairs on the TV. And my daughter's streaming on 2.4 too. And look at the speeds it gives me. 200 over 200. You see that? Wow. My 2.4 improved. I got 228 over 284 symmetrical speeds. And this is the 2.4 gigahertz band on my fiber. So that's what I'm saying. Like you're not gonna see this from satellite. Look, 12 ping. Look at how latency so low. 12. A 12 ping. A 12 ping, and I don't know why it says 25 jitter, but whatever. Look at that. So we got 234 over 314. 234 over 314. Look, my upload got even faster. 314. 234 over 314. The only way you're gonna get these type of speeds is over fiber, guys. That's why I would never leave fiber for nothing else. I'm dead serious. Like, I'm staying with fiber. Alex, signed up for the Starlink 100 megs and it didn't leave in area. No, I know you can get it anywhere, but I'm just saying that it's typical for people that live in rural areas. Starlink. Like me personally living in the city, I live in the city. I live in the capital, New Jersey, in Trenton. Why would I get Starlink? You get what I'm saying? Even T-Mobile home internet is faster than Starlink when it's working at 100%. You know what I'm saying? So I can't do that. 100 megs to me is not fast enough. Like I said, this is the 5 gigahertz band. I mean, sorry, the 2.4 gigahertz band, and look at the speeds that it's giving me. So if I switch it right now to the 5 gigahertz band, which let's switch it up. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. Now I switch myself over to the 5 gigahertz band and watch the difference. 7 ping, as you guys can see. Look. We're getting 306 over 300. Hold on. 305 with a 7 ping and zero jitter over 393. You see? 305 over 393. And this is Wi-Fi. So imagine hard wired with Ethernet. It'll be even faster. Look, 11 ping. You guys seeing the ping right there? 11 ping. Verizon is no joke, man, when it comes to fiber. Look at that. So we got 293 over 302. You see? So that's what I'm saying. I need to rely on freaking fiber. You know what I'm saying? I love Verizon. I love Verizon. Hardwired, like I said, after I do what I need to do, put everything away that I need to put away in my room, I am gonna buy another computer desk, have this computer there, and have it hardwired to the freaking internet. And you guys are gonna be like, damn, a gig? Yep, a gig, hardwired. Alex, they'll see the T-Mobile home internet no matter if it's for business or regular consumer. For a single person, I want to stay. It's good, but for a family, I wouldn't see a T-Mobile home internet. T-Mobile home, yeah, of course. And I have my family. You know what I'm saying? I got my daughter, I got my girl, my mom. You know what I'm saying? So there's four of us in this house. So T-Mobile home internet is good for like people that are like living in their own apartment and stuff like that. That don't really need super fast speeds. You know what I'm saying? That would be the person to have, T-Mobile home internet. Somebody that doesn't need like super fast speeds and needs to use a whole bunch of terabytes like we do in this household. So, you know, imagine getting 100 megs on Starlink, doing this live stream, and my daughter watching TV in her room, and the TV downstairs, this live stream would crash. And that's just being honest, because 100 megs is not enough to share between 3 or 4 different devices. especially TVs. You know, TVs need a decent amount of internet to perform right. You get what I'm saying? So they definitely need some internet to perform right. Good enough internet to perform right. But yeah, guys, we got the T-Mobile home internet running now. Shit. Came out of work and I said, hold on, let's go to YouTube. Made the video for my channel and now doing this live stream with you guys. So, like I said, man, I'm gonna get the iPhone 18 Pro for the simple reason that it supports 5G on satellite on Starlink, and because it's gonna be a new color too. It's either gonna be brown, burgundy, or purple. But I think it's most likely gonna go with dun 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 brown. Deep down inside, I think it's gonna be brown. But I'm also leaning towards burgundy. Not too much purple because the iPhone 14 Pros that I own are purple. So, but you never know. Apple might say, "Screw it, we're gonna do another purple phone." We are a long way for the yeah. The iPhone 18 doesn't come out till September, so we still got a couple of months. We got February, March, April, May, June, July, August. We got 7 months. 7 months. 7 months till the iPhone 18 launches. I say we may see purple again. Oh yeah, I mean we might. But to be honest, I don't want to see purple on an aluminum phone. You know what I'm saying? Like it just, I don't like it. I like that the purple on the titanium phone because it's glass. You know what I'm saying? But a aluminum phone and purple, uh, I didn't like the way it looked. It maybe if they would have done green, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. But purple, never know. It might be purple again. You never know. I mean, but I think they would be spontaneous like they were last time. The oh, a rainbow. The what? The oh god, bro. Oh god, bro. You're off the hook. You're off the hook. I'm not gonna speak on that on live streams no more, broski. I'm not. I'm just gonna say you're off the hook. I'm not even gonna touch on that subject. But we'll see. We'll have to see what comes out of it. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what comes out of it. That would be crazy though. I don't think it would look right on an 18 Pro rainbow phone. I'm just thinking about it. Like purple up here, pink right here, green, yellow, orange, red, blue on the bottom. I don't know. It just wouldn't look right. Can you get your phone custom painted rainbow? Yes, you can. But that would void your Apple warranty. Just to let you know. So I'm not telling nobody to put a rainbow color on their phone because it would void your warranty. I mean, listen, how can I say? I love seeing the rainbow, of course. I love the rainbow. When it rains, in the summer, and you can see the colors just like, show up the rainbow. Of course, I love the rainbow. But the new meaning that the rainbow's tied to, not really. You know, I care for my friends and I support them, but I don't like the meaning behind it now. The real meaning of the rainbow is, God destroyed the earth with water, so he promised he wouldn't destroy the world with water, so he made the rainbow as a signature that he wouldn't do that again. And that's all I'm going to touch on this subject. We're going back to tech. I don't want nobody getting mad at me like in the past last year. So we're like I said, the 18 family is going to be supporting the 5G, the 5G, and I can't wait. Who in this chat is going to get the iPhone 18 or 18 Pro? Or any of you guys thinking about getting it? Or are you guys going to stay with your 17 Pro, 16 Pro, 15 Pro, 14 Pro, 13 Pro, 12 Pro, 11 Pro? Yeah, I don't like the. Yeah. God, bro. Guys, please, let's get off this subject, guys. Please, let's get off this subject. Let's get off this subject. We are, already offended people. I have more people watching the live stream, and as soon as you guys said that, can't pay. I choked. I choked. Jesus Christ, I choked. Yeah, guys. I mean, listen, it is what it is. We know the real meaning of it. We know the real meaning of it, bro. But you can't really bring that up because people get offended. Seriously, people do get offended, and I'm really not trying to offend nobody. I'm trying to keep it cordial, guys. Seriously, I got love for everybody. I love for everybody. You know what I'm saying, I really do. That's not even joking. I just think it's funny because as soon as you said that, people, oh, oh God, I really go in on Twitter though. I really do go in on Twitter because the crazy stuff you see on Twitter is just unheard of. For sure. Democrats saying that we need to get rid of religion. That's insane to me. What religion has to do with anything? That's crazy. But yeah, what's up, Bobby? What's good, bro? But yeah, guys, Bobby, are you gonna get the 18 or the 18 Pro, Bobby? How much do you have? I didn't know what. Oh, let me get Google Translator. Mhm. Getting older sucks, Not even joking.
Cadenas.
Oh, chain.
Chains.
Oh, chains. No, I didn't get no new chains, man. Silver has gotten too expensive. Seriously, silver is through the roof. The one chain that I wear, the long one that's 30 inches, the Miami Cuban Link, right now in silver, that chain is almost $2,000. And back in 2022, when I bought it, I paid 500. So imagine now it's double the price. So I'm good. I'm staying away from silver and gold. So no new chains. Did I get no earrings? Yeah, but not no new chains. What do you think about Verizon can really compete with T-Mobile? Oh, this is going to be a hard one. No, not if they don't get their own 5G satellite. They're not really going to be able to compete. I mean, they're going to compete in I'm trying to use big words now, guys. Like terrestrial coverage. Like the towers that are here on Earth. They're going to be able to compete with that. But over, and satellite, no. That Verizon customers and AT&T customers do have T satellite on their bills, right? That T-Mobile sells T satellite to Verizon and AT&T customers. to make more money off of T satellite. So I'm pretty sure when the 5G one comes out, they're gonna share. So that way AT&T and Verizon, oh, it's not fair. This is a monopoly. Why does T-Mobile get all this new internet technology and we got the iPhones 18 Pro family and 18 series and we don't get to connect to that? So I'm pretty sure you're gonna get it. As long as you have an iPhone, you're gonna get access to that 5G. Hmm. It's crazy, guys. I'll be cracking up, man. I'll be seeing people crash out on Twitter. It is crazy. Uh, I'm, I'm serious, guys. May God forgive me, but I'll be ready to fall on the floor laughing with people crashing out on Twitter. Seriously, because they crash out for the dumbest reasons. They crash out over stuff they can't control. Like, why would I stress myself over something I can't control? Okay. Unless it's a death to your family, then that's understandable. Your mom dies, your dad dies, your cousin dies, your best friend. You can't control that, but you're going to feel sad and you're going to crash out. But because Donald Trump is the president, you're over here crashing out on freaking TikTok and Twitter is just redundant. It is beyond my understanding. And that's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to talk about politics. Yeah, and it's always funny when they. Oh, bro, what? There was a guy that I'm gonna call a cross dresser. I gotta talk about this for real. I'm gonna call him a cross dresser because if you're not like Kylie Jenner, you're not transgender. I need to make this abundantly clear. Just because I go upstairs, grab my girl's skinny jeans, right? Because I'm 100% heterosexual, but I'm just saying what you guys are doing. You guys are disrespecting people that are really transgender. Transgender means that you're transforming to be a woman. It doesn't mean I go upstairs and I grab my girl's thong on and I put it on, and I grab a pair of her heels and I put it on. I grab one of her dresses and I put it on, and all of a sudden I'm transgender. No. Mm-mm. To be a full transgender, you gotta drink hormones to grow, your chest out, and you gotta get the full operation, and then you're considered a real transgender. You guys on TikTok are making me sick, and on Twitter, offending my friends that are real transgenders. Like my boys that are now females because they got everything done. My boy, well, my homegirl now didn't just sit here and wear a dress and still look like a guy and say I'm transgender. No, he got the whole operation done, just like Kylie Jenner. Bruce Jenner turned into Kylie Jenner. Well, that's what my boy did. The whole transition. Adam's apple shaving, so you can't see the Adam's apple no more. All of that. That's called a transgender. Not a guy that puts on a dress and wants to go to GameStop and argue with people and say, "You call me Miss." Where's the miss at? Am I missing something? It seems like you're missing a whole lot, so I can't call you a miss. So you can't tell people to use pronouns when you're not going through the whole transition. So you'll see these people, just go to Twitter, you'll see a whole bunch of people crashing out. Look out crash out videos from fake transcenders, and you'll see a whole bunch of them crashing out. In store at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, California, New Jersey, Arizona, all over the freaking nation, just crashing out because they want to be called something they're not. You're a crossdresser. If you're not a full transgender with operation and everything, you are a crossdresser. And I'm not talking junk, I'm spewing facts. You're a disrespect to my friends that are Puerto Rican and are black and are white that got the whole operation done and now look like a woman because they don't have their man appendages no more, if you know what I'm saying. So you're a disrespect to them. So I would never call a dude that just wants to put on a dress and walk around in high heels miss. No, I'll call you a dude. What's up, my dude? because you're being disrespectful. And that's why so many people think that the LBGT plus community is a joke. And it's facts. Because you guys are letting dudes that are not devoted just call themselves transgender and you guys are not doing nothing about it. You're not out there with picket signs saying, yo, you fake transgenders, get out of here. You're just allowing it. Just allowing it. And that's a fact. You're allowing it. You're applauding it. You're not doing nothing about it. You're not saying, yo, you can't consider yourself a transgender because you're not like Caitlyn Jenner. You're allowing anybody. That's like me tomorrow just want to wear my girl's dress and come do a live stream. And I'm telling you guys, call me ma'am, okay? Call me Miss Rawtalk, okay? Like, yo, get out of here, bro. Smack you so hard you'll remember you're a dude. Because that shit just pisses me off. For real, for real. That's just being silly. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. These people are disrespectful. These people are disrespectful. I don't care who gets mad. It's the truth. Listen to me clearly, right? If you're transgender that watches this live stream, I don't care. You can't get me canceled. If you dress like a woman, but you don't want to go through with the operations, then you are a cross dresser because you're not even a drag queen. A drag queen only wears that stuff to do modeling on stage. You are a cross dresser. You are confused. You need to go see a psychiatrist. You need Jesus in your life. You need all type of help in your life. If you think just by dressing like a woman, you become a woman. And I'm not even laughing. I'm being dead serious because you guys are disrespectful, like I said, to my friends that took that stuff serious, that actually had to see a psychiatrist for 3 years before getting their male appendage removed. Okay? You're not going through none of that. So that's why you guys get me so mad, yo. I swear to God. I would knock one of you dudes out, but then I would know, oh man, that's a hate crime. Shut the hell up. This dude ain't no damn transgender. He looks just like me. He got a flat chest like me and everything. All he's doing is wearing a dress. Like, are you serious right now? And then women being dumb applauding this dumb shit. No, you have to call her a ma'am. The left is really delusional right now. That's all I want to say. Democrats are out of this world right now with the crazy stuff they're doing. I just seen a heinous video on TikTok. This Eric American was wearing a hoodie like mine's that said America freedom, American freedom. The Democrats ripped it off his told him to take it off because they wanted to beat the crap out of him. It was like 15 of them, saying that America's not free. Okay, so now we're a third world country. We got people eating from garbage cans. Oh, there's no houses here in Trenton. This is all dirt, right? I don't want to talk about this on my live streams, but it's true, guys. You got to wake up and smell the coffee. How can you? That's exactly why I've stopped being a Democrat because all the Looney Tune things that go on that I don't stand for. I really don't stand for. You jumping somebody because they have a freaking hoodie that says, look, I'm gonna show you guys the video. Since this is a TikTok video, I can't get no copy strike. YouTube can't do shit to me because it's a TikTok video. So they can't say nothing. Nothing at all. Remind me celebrating MLK Day. Do we not realize what kind of person he was? You can get mad at me, go, well, no, I don't want to listen to him. I'm gonna show you guys real quick the video. Do so you guys can see what the hell I'm talking about. Where's he at? 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 Oh, here we go. Bring down the brightness. These are all Democrats. Look at that.
Okay, let's think about what we just watched. We just watched anti-ICE, Democrat protesters raging about the fact that this man had an American flag hoodie on that said freedom. Our country, our country's flag. They were losing their mind over him wearing it. Did you hear the way that woman was talking to him? Like, go back and listen. Listen to how she was talking to him about wearing a hoodie. Look at the way they treated him for wearing that hoodie. Look at.
Here you go. So that's Democrats for you. So how can I sit here and support a party of racist, delusional idiots? Because that's what the majority of these Democrats that do this dumb shit. You are delusional. You're a jackass, like I tell you on Twitter, and you need to go find a life. Go find a job instead of harassing people because they're wearing freedom, America's free, or making America great again, and all this other stuff that you guys want to rage bait about. Go get a job. Go do something for your life. Seriously, go do something for your life. Because all this crazy shit that you guys are gonna doing, I'm gonna tell you something right now. If I had 15 of you guys, right? If I'm walking around in New York and I got, like I said, my carry permit is in 37 states, and New York is one of them. And I got a freaking America, make America hat great again, and or a hoodie, and all 15 of you guys, I'm pulling out my gun. I'm pulling out my gun. And New York has self-defense laws and stand your own ground law. So as soon as you invade my space and try to cause harm to me, you're gonna regret it for the rest of your entire existence. Okay? And I'm not joking. I'm saying that with a straight face. Because you can't do all this crazy shit that you guys are doing. He's a legal citizen, just like I am. I'm allowed to invoke the freedom of speech. Freedom of speech means that I can wear whatever I want to wear on my head. I can wear whatever shirt I want to wear, and whatever the case may be. You guys hate Donald Trump so much that you're willing to cause bodily harm to innocent people because you want to. And most of these people going to these big raids of the girl that got shot over there in Minnesota, she was defending a pedophile, a Somalian pedophile, a known sex offender. And that's who she got shot over in Minnesota for, a known sex offender. But that's the problem about most Democrats. You don't do no research. You don't find out who she was defending. No, she was defending a poor Hispanic. No, the hell she wasn't. She was defending a Somalian sex offender. Okay. So she went over there and got killed because she wanted to. And no, the ICE agent is not going to prison. Don't listen to no fake news or none of that. You should be minding your damn business. Because just like you know how to mind your business when somebody gets shot in the corner of your house, right? I don't see nobody with a camera. Yo, why you shot that guy? Oh, why you keep shooting him? Oh my God, here goes the guy that's killing this guy. You don't do none of that, right? So don't do it when other people are trying to do their job. I sure as hell don't have a problem with a Somalian sex offender being here. I don't have a problem with him being sent back to Somalia. Okay? His landlord locked the door so ICE couldn't get inside. So then she was harassing ICE since early in the morning. She don't even live in Minnesota. She came from a whole nother state to Minnesota to follow and patronize ICE, which was redundant to me. You know, Democrats are just crazy nowadays. And not all, because my family, like I said before, my family is Democrat, but I don't see my family, my nephews, my nieces following ICE all over Trenton or Hamilton where they live at. And here goes ICE, ICE, ICE. You lose your job for doing some shit like that. When you dumb idiots that are doing this start losing your real jobs, just like when you were happy that Charlie, what's his name? Yeah, right, Charlie. Yeah, Charlie died. You guys were celebrating and you got fired. Is the same way you're gonna get fired for recording ICE and talking all this BS. Your employer is gonna be like, you know what? Uh, this ain't good to the people we do business to. You violated the policy, and we gotta let you go. You could get a lawyer. You can call your mom. You could call your grandpa. I don't care who you call. You're fired. Okay. So that's why if I can mind my business as a Hispanic, when you're not even Hispanic, the people that are rage baiting are white. You're not even Hispanic, and you're sitting here doing shit that Hispanics are not even doing. You guys are getting paid. You're definitely getting paid. You're not doing the shit for free. Because you sure as hell don't care about no damn Hispanics. The people that were raised to me in Philadelphia were white. Okay? They were white. They were Democrats. Telling me to go back to Puerto Rico or Mexico or wherever I came from because I was talking Spanish around them. So I don't want to hear that. You guys are idiots. You guys need to start doing idiotic things before more of you guys lose your life. Because I guarantee you, if is a Democrat, because even Democrats will wear, hoodies that say America's free. And you guys go and invoke that type of hatred to that person and their right to bear arms and their license like me that I got mine right here on my hip, and you do some dumb shit like I showed on that video, you're gonna lose your life. I'm telling you right now, you are going to lose your life. That person is gonna pull out the gun and let off on all 15 of you guys. And then what? What are you gonna tell your kids? Oh, your dad lost his life for being an effing idiot, son. Yep, he was rage baiting uh another Democrat that was armed, and just because the Democrat has American flag that says American freedom, it they tried to jump him. So he used his right to bear arms and he did what he had to do, son. He had to come back home. And you best believe he's going to beat that charge, especially in New York. New York has stand your own ground law and how you call that? Uh oh my god, what did I say? You know, stand your own ground and self defense. So keep messing with people in New York, and you're gonna find out the hard way. When somebody pulls out a gun on you and your little fake rage baiting Democratic crowd, and you all get shot, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna feel bad because you should be leaving people the fuck alone instead of pissing people off. And Kings may be support party, but I don't trust her of the. Oh yeah, bro. What? Jesus Christ, bro! I'm telling you, this whole democracy has become a shit show. How are you gonna say, "Oh, Democrats are loving, we care about people"? When Charlie got killed, people were throwing house parties. Yeah, it, it was a human life. Whether you liked what he has to say or didn't like what he had to say, it was a human life. Okay, it was a human life. What happened when they try to take out Donald Trump? They try to kill Donald Trump in one of his speeches. That's crazy. Like, guys, he's only here till 2029. You're telling me you can't deal with another 3 years? We're already in 2026, 27, 28, 29. You can't deal with another 3 years? It's not that serious. It's not the end of the world. People are acting like it's the end of the world because pronouns are not a thing anymore. They should have never been a thing. If my freaking birth certificate says I am a male or I'm a female, I should not be able to be called them. Oh, I'm non-binary. Okay, so you're not a. Then what the fuck are you? A dog, a cat, a horse, a cow, a lion, a giraffe? What are you? It's crazy, but it's true, man. Yeah, it's all evil, bro. It's all evil. And then they want to blame Christianity. That's what pisses me off the most. You guys want to blame Christianity. Oh no, because we got to get rid of Christianity because Christianity shouldn't be a thing. What? You guys want to go against God, yeah, because the devil uses you powerfully. You want to go against God. You know, you want to say, no, it's all Christianity's fault. No, it's not Christianity's fault. It's the fact that you want to listen to the devil. That's the problem. You want to listen to Mr. Lucifer. And that's a fact, man. Like I said, I don't really care who gets mad on this at the end of this live stream. I'm spewing facts. Stop the dumb shit. Um, stop saying you're trans if you're not gonna go through with the whole operation. Just because you wear a dress doesn't make you a woman. Um, and at the end of the day, don't go crying on social media saying, "Why I can't find a straight guy to date me?" Do you even listen to the shit that comes out of your mouth? Why guys don't want to date a trans? Hmm. Maybe because you're a cross dresser and you're not a trans. And maybe because some guys want to be with a woman that's biologically a woman. So just because you become a trans doesn't guarantee you that you're gonna find a mate. You know, I remember back in the day when homosexuality got really big, it was homosexuals worrying about homosexuals, trying to attract other homosexuals. But nowadays is like you want to attract heterosexuals. I want to make this abundantly clear. I love women and I'm engaged with a woman, not a trans, not a cross dresser, none of that. I'm 100% heterosexual. So that's what people need to understand. You know, you guys need to stop applauding idiotic behavior in the United States because in other countries, if you're gay, you die. Okay. In parts of, a matter of fact, in all of over there in Iraq and all that, you're gay. You're getting your head cut off. In Iceland, you're gay, you die. In some Hispanic countries, you're gay, you die. So be happy that you're in the United States and you can make up whatever the hell you want to make up. Call yourself D Day, who, when, why, do what you want, because it's just crazy, man. It's crazy. And this is not me crashing out. This is me being serious. If you want to call it a crash out, call it a crash out. I don't really give a fuck. It's me being serious. I need to wake you guys up, man. Seriously. Why the Democrats that do watch me, why do you want to stay in a party of psychos? A party of people applauding when other people die just because they don't have the same uh how you call that? The same beliefs in I can't even say that word. Is a big word. In religion. I just cut it like that. You guys don't have the same vibes in religion. You guys don't have the same thinking process. Nobody thinks the same. Nobody is the same. Everybody's different. But you guys just need to stop trying to push homosexuality down straight people's throats. Homosexuality is all over cartoons nowadays. Even my gay friends don't like it. They don't like it. And they're gay. Look at this famous gay dude. What's his name? He came out with his own line of products. He's talking against it. And I forget he's white. He's talking about it. I forget his name. He's real famous. He came out with his own. He's a big YouTuber. I think he got like 25 million subs. And he even talked about it on his YouTube channel. He said, I don't think that gay things should be taught in class. I don't think gay stuff should be pushed down kids' throats and on every movie and every TV show. Why does every TV show nowadays have something gay? Yo, you got to gay that shit up. If not, nobody's gonna watch it. Our views are gonna go down. Put two dudes kissing or two chicks making out, and our views are gonna go up. Like, are you serious? That's why I stopped supporting American Eagle. What did American Eagle told me about my skinny jeans? I'm sorry, Mr. Febres, but we gotta cater to lesbians now. Lesbians don't want to wear skinny jeans because they want to feel like a man. And you know what I told uh American Eagle Corporate? And I'm never buying none of your clothes again. And I'm a man of my word. I haven't bought no American Eagle clothes since 2022 that happened to me. So they lost one of their biggest customers. I used to spend every payday. I used to spend like $300 or $400 in that store. Not no more. You want to cater to lesbians? Then go ahead. I'm not buying your clothes. This is the men's section, not the women's section. It's fuck. It's just redundant. It's crazy. Yeah, bro. It's crazy, man. I'm telling you, Booker Jones. It's this. This is just beyond me. It's crazy. It is really crazy, guys. And I'm not scared to talk about it. That's the problem. You guys should know. Raw tech. That means I'm unfiltered, and I'm gonna say what's wrong is wrong, and what's going on right now is wrong. It is really wrong. Really, really. The society is just. I don't know what the hell's going on. Seriously, and I'm serious. And people are too stupid to see that. Why, if this show's always through 5 seasons, it's been straight heterosexual? Why all of a sudden now we got two dudes kissing or two females kissing? Because they wanted to boost their ratings. What? Yeah, they wanted to boost their ratings. It's all about this, and people are just too ignorant to, to actually comprehend that shit and be like, you know what? That's why this is going on. But this is the last time. That's why I don't like, talking about stuff like that because then I get into a whole different subject and people might think I'm crashing out and I'm not crashing out. The people that know me know what I went through. So, I'm not gonna repeat what I went through, but I went through my own shit with gay people. So and back then I hated them. I don't hate gay people no more though. I don't have no malice towards no gay person. But whatever you decide to do is your choice. I love my best friends that are gay and they love me. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't bother me no. Like I said, I respect everybody. I'm just saying, like, come on, be serious. Be 100% serious. Because I wouldn't be changing my ways. You know, God forbid, and the devil would have been in my brain, and I would have been gay. I would not be dressing like no female. I would still be dressing like this and talking like this. I would not, be trying to be something I'm not. And that's what I love about my boys. My boys that are gay, they're not trying to be a female. They dress just like me, and they even talk like me. You wouldn't know they were gay unless you asked them, "Yo, by any chance, are you gay?" Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like dudes. Damn, but you don't even act like a gay person. Oh, well, how is a gay person supposed to act? You know what I'm saying? It's like the whole stigma about it is crazy. So I respect everybody. I got love for everybody. Like I said, man, I love everybody. Your choice is your choice in life. I'm just saying, stop crashing out on TikTok, on Twitter, saying why if I'm a transgender woman I can't find a straight man. That's like crazy. That's the craziest shit I ever heard. I'm a transgender woman and I can't find a straight man. When you're not even a transgender woman, you're a cross dresser. And you can tell you're a dude. You got that super manly face, that strong jawbone structure. Like, get out of here, bro. You guys are a disrespect to people like Kaylee and Jenner and my friends that did get everything done, like I said. But other than that, man, I want everybody to God bless, man. And like I said, man, to you cross dressers, look for Jesus. Seriously, look for guidance. Talk to a psychiatrist and be like, why am I calling myself a transgender if I have all my male appendages? And maybe a psychiatrist can help you out. Seriously, because wearing a dress doesn't make you a transgender. Wearing a thong doesn't make you a transgender. What makes you a transgender woman is when you get the full operation. And there's plenty of people that that would watch this and they say thank you, Alex. You know what? Thank you so much. I know that I'm scared to say what you said, but I appreciate you. You're right. Men that don't get operations like I did, and I actually had one last time that I was cursing, and I would consider that a crash out last year in the summer, like in August, that I talked about the same situation, and I went crazy and I started cursing a lot, and a lot of people left the live stream, and I think I stayed in zero. A transgender woman that is a transgender woman say thank you. She said thank you in the comment section. She said thank you for sticking up for my kind. I agree with you 100%, Alex. There's no reason why. A man that hasn't got no operation done should be considered a transgender. If you want to call yourself a transgender, then get the whole operation. Shave your Adam's apple, drink how you call that? Hormones, pills to change your voice and to, grow out something, and then go through with the operation, go talk to a psychiatrist for 3 or 4 years, and then when you're ready, get your body removed, and then you know you could be considered a transgender. Other than that, stop playing. Seriously, stop playing. Because I think if you're a real transgender, like my friends, you guys need to speak about this. Not only me as a heterosexual defending you guys that are really transgender, the transgender real community that look like women and got basically all the operations, you guys should come out against these fake cross-dressing men on TikTok and on Twitter talking about some, oh, you need to call me ma'am when they don't got all they're doing is wearing a woman's dress or wearing a woman's tube top with a flat chest. Hey, get out of here. You're a joke. You're seriously a joke. You're very disrespectful. And if you don't got the money to be a transgender, then just be a normal gay guy. So if you're a broke ass bum living in your mom's basement, and you want to call yourself a transgender, but you don't got the money to get the operations, then or drink the expensive hormone pills that make you, more like a woman, then you need to stop. Just dress like a regular guy and just say I'm gay. That's all. And you'll be more accepted that way. But I'm seriously, um, to you real transgenders like Caitlyn Jenner, to keep it PG-13, that got everything done. You guys need to come against these fake transgenders. You need to stop letting people impersonate you guys. Seriously, you really do. Because I know, you guys, my friend even called me plenty of times. He was like, Alex, I'm going to get the operation. I'm nervous. I'm like, broski, this is what you want to do. You just got to go through with it, I guess. This is what you want, right? Yeah, yeah, this is what I want. Okay. I'm going to support you regardless. I'm still going to be here for you. And after he did that, he got his name legally changed to Stephanie. So now my friend that used to be a boy now is technically a female and named Stephanie. So, Stephanie, people like Stephanie should be going against these fake cross dressers. And I'm pretty sure Stephanie appreciates that I'm going to bat for the real transgender community. You know what I'm saying? Like I do on Twitter. And that's a fact. And I got more followers. I'm serious. I got more followers on Twitter for going against fake transgenders than I was talking about and showing videos of tech of this channel. I went from 20 followers to like almost 200 because I'm always arguing with the fake trans, with the cross dressers. I call them cross dressers, and people, hey, I had like 50,000 likes. I'm not even lying on one of my comments calling one of these cross dressers a fake trans because you are. And I think that the real trans community needs to put a stop to this. Talk to the LGBTQ plus community and be like, look, we need to put a stop to these fake cross dressers and not make them part of our community. They could be excluded. They could, because it's true. Like a lot of people, all jokes aside, a lot of people are saying that these are pedophiles. That these are pedophiles doing this to go into women's bathroom, to look at kids, little kids and shit like that. And I think it's true. Because if you're not gonna go through with the whole operation, then what are you, a pedo? You want to go into a woman's bathroom to look at little kids? No, not on my watch. Not on my watch. And I'm not even joking. Not on my watch. Like I don't play that shit. I'll be like, bro, you gotta wait. Mm-mm. Oh, what you mean I gotta wait? You gotta wait. There's a little kid in the bathroom. What you trying to say? No, the parent doesn't want you in there with the kid. The hell you mean? Not gonna tell the parent that you can go in the bathroom with their son or their daughter. They don't feel comfortable with you being in there with their son and their daughter. Well, I'm a trans. Okay, whatever you say. You still gotta wait because it's true. It just looks weird. A lot of people are calling you guys pedals, and now I'm starting to think that you cross dressers are pedals. You want to fake being a female. You don't want to do the whole surgery because you want to go into women's bathrooms and look at little kids. And I feel like people need to put a stop to this. It ain't no racial profiling because the person wants to be homosexual. It's because they're not going through with the whole surgery, being disrespectful to the people that did get the surgery, and they want to go into kids' bathrooms. Now, I did let one in recently in the bathroom at McDonald's that I thought it was a female, and and she, because I'm gonna call him a she, I respect because got the whole operation. She was like, "No, I used to be a guy. My name's Jessica. My name used to be Justin." I'm like, "Wow, you look like a straight female, bro." He was like, I know, I look like a straight female. Like, I drunk hormone pills to change my voice. I got my Adam's apple shaved, and the rest was history after that. So I appreciate you letting me in the bathroom. Now, then the parents of the little boy didn't feel scared because he was a full blown transgender. Didn't have his buddy hanging around no more. You see? So stop faking the funk. Stop, using homosexuality as your advantages to have your little pedo fantasies in bathrooms. And restaurants needs to stop people like this. I'm serious. There should be a rule in McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, the mall, and all these other places where if you're not a full transgender, you're not allowed to go into the women's bathroom at all. You're gonna go into the unisex bathroom or you're gonna go into the men's bathroom because you don't need to sit down to pee anyway. You can stand up and pee, and that is fact. Point time perfect files. LOL. Yeah, yeah, for real. I feel like I needed to talk about this seriously because people need to wake up and smell the coffee. Stop allowing cross-dressing men call themselves transgender. If they're not going to get the operation done like my friends did and people that I know, then they should not be called a female. It should be called a he she. You want to identify. You identify as a he she, a wannabe she, because just because you put on a dress doesn't make you a how you call that, a transgender woman, and that's a fact. That is a fact. And I always tell people, even on TikTok, I'm like, bro, okay, you look like a female with your long hair, but you don't have nothing done. So you think it's just growing your hair out? It makes you a female? And he got offended. He really got offended on TikTok. He was mad, super mad at me. And then people actually said the same thing. That was like, yeah, he's right. Alex is right. You can't just wear a dress or a tube top and say you're a female. You know what I'm saying? You can't. You can't. And now the dumbest shit that I heard on TikTok. What's up, Walter? The dumbest shit that I heard on TikTok was women saying that they don't need men to get pregnant now. That men are scared because women can get other women pregnant. That's not even humanly possible. See, and this was a Democrat woman because she was like, I voted for I was gonna say Hillary Clinton. That was so long ago. She was like, I voted for Kamala Harris. So she was definitely a Democrat, okay? And people were laughing at my comment because I'm like, okay, you idiot. So how can a woman get another woman pregnant? It's not possible. You still need artificial insemination that comes from a man. So that doesn't mean that you could get your partner pregnant just because you paid however much it costs, 2 or 3 or 5. I heard it's 5,000 yeah for artificial insemination. Just because you pay 5,000 doesn't make you a man. So women that are trying to be a man so bad is the same thing. Like, yo, just because you put on my jeans that were meant for men like me, and you put on this hoodie that's for men, and you wear a snapback like mine's, and you get a haircut like mine's, doesn't automatically give you a male appendage. And this doesn't grow out of nowhere. Chia. And there's no operation for you to become a man. So you're screwed. At least transgender men have an operation they can do to become a female. But you females, there's no operation to become a man. Okay. So you're basically a wannabe. You're a fake transgender just as well. You're a fake transgender. Just stop it. Stop it. Just know you're a lesbian and say, I'm a tomboy. I want to look like a dude, and that's it. Because you'll never be a man. Never, ever, ever, ever. I don't have a period. I don't get menopause. What else? I don't have ovaries and all that a woman has. So at the end of the day, you can't get rid of your ovaries unless you tell a doctor to remove them, and you're still not going to be a man. Regardless, you're still not going to be a man. A man has a better chance at becoming a woman with an operation than a woman become a man when there's no operation, and that's just a fact. So that's another joke. And then I'll be seeing them these lesbians on there talking about some. Yeah, I'm a man now. She drank some hormone pills that made her freaking facial hair grow out of this and all that, and just oh my god, call me sir, because she's beyond me. And she had a haircut just like mine. It looks like a military cut, and that's what she had in it. It's just like, oh my god, it's just beyond me. God help these Democrats, please, Jesus, help these Democrats. And now I'm gonna get off this live stream. Thank you to my supporters. If I offended any one of my supporters, I really do apologize to you guys. But to the rest of my Democrats, you guys need to wake up the coffee. And I'm explaining to you why I'm Republican right now. It is because of all this nonsense. All this nonsense that the Democrats are applauding, because the Republicans are not applauding a man not getting a full surgery and then just saying on Twitter and on TikTok, I wonder why I'm single and I don't have a boyfriend. So you want a heterosexual to think of you as a woman when you still have all your male stuff, right? And then you want to say that doesn't make him gay. Before I end this live stream, because this is what this idiot said. He said it doesn't make you gay as a straight man to date me, even though I don't have the full surgery. God help me. That's the most idiotic shit that could ever come out of a Democrat's mouth, and that's how I'm gonna end it. Take care, God bless, and be safe, guys. Thank you so much for the support. When I first started doing this live streams, I only used to get one person. Now I get, I don't know, maybe 20 to 40 during the live stream. I know I had a lot of people watching. I know a lot of people get offended, but you can't get offended because this is called freedom of speech. And sometimes you need to hear the truth. And the truth is that you shouldn't be supporting somebody that's not devoted. You think I'm going to support my friends dressing like a woman and not having anything as a woman? No, I'm not going to support it. I'm not. I would say, yo, you're a cross dresser, whether you're a female or male, especially a female. When all you're gonna do what grow some facial hair and say you're a dude. No, it takes more than that to be a man. Sorry, you don't have the same bone structures. We don't have the same muscles. Men are stronger than women by being a man, and that's a fact. Women have to take steroids and lift a lot of weights to compare to a man, and that is a fact. So you can never be a man just because you got facial hair. Don't mean shit. Just because you wear boxers that I wear doesn't mean shit. You got to be born a man, be born a man to be a man. Now, like I said, women men have an advantage because there's an operation and they can get done and all of a sudden be considered a woman. You know, just not being able to reproduce, but still be considered a woman by the law in the United States because they got the whole operation done. So know that you can't be called ma'am if you still have swinging Todd hanging around, if you know what I mean. So get out my face with that nonsense. Go get a life. Go see a psychiatrist and get a life. Seriously, stop living in fantasy land. And for the rest of you guys, take care. God bless and be safe. You already, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting your boy. And this is the last time I'm going to talk about this whole situation. I just felt like I needed to talk about it because it's been a mockery. People have made a mockery of serious things, and I don't appreciate it. Like I said, I got friends that are real transgender and went through the whole situation, and I know they appreciate me for this live stream. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get text messages or a phone call. Alex, thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro, because it's crazy, for real. Respect others if you want respect. You want to be disrespectful to others by just what? Listen, I'm going to end this like this. Why you think in Instagram there's so many videos, right? The wife hits the husband. The husband goes in the closet, gets her dress, comes out in her high heels, and hits her back and says, "Now I'm a transgender. You can't call the police." And you'll see everybody laughing in the comment section. Oh shit, you're right. These dudes that say they're transgender and all they do is wear a dress. You're right. This is a mockery. This is so funny. And that's why they started making fun of it. Because of idiots like these idiots that are white, Puerto Rican, black. I don't give a shit what race you are. Mexican, Guatemalan, and they're all doing the same shit. Just putting a dress on and saying they're trans. And that's why you see so many funny videos on Instagram, and it doesn't violate the terms and conditions policies in Instagram, because Instagram is like, I'm not gonna shut this video down. What for? It's true. These guys are sitting here wearing a dress and saying that they want to be a girl when it's not that easy. You know, like I said, don't be disrespectful to my friends that went through 3 years of therapy with a psychiatrist before becoming a transgender. Because in person, I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm gonna keep that to myself. In person, somebody, I'm gonna say it like this: some in person, somebody like me would knock your head off for being disrespectful to real transgenders, and that's all I'm gonna say. Respect others to be respected. Wear regular men's clothes and call yourself gay because you're not a trans. A trans doesn't have any male appendages, and that's how I'm gonna end this live stream. Whether you like it or not, your license is not gonna say Miss, Ma'am, Jessica, or nothing. Excuse me, sir, you haven't got any surgeries done, and okay, so you're not a woman. You're not considered a woman. So yeah, goodbye. Get out of here. Your license is still saying Steven Johnson. So stop that shit. It ain't cool. So yeah, guys, take care. God bless and be safe. And I'm definitely gonna catch you guys on the next one, guys. You already. And thank you for the support. Appreciate you guys. I hope that the Democrats that do watch this live stream realize that I'm not crashing out and that I'm speaking the truth. You know what? Alex is actually saying this the right shit. He's right. Why have I been supporting idiots that want to say there's something they're not? I need to stop supporting that shit. It's done. All right, guys. Deuces.